Hi, I am Maggie from Maggie Smith Photography, and I'm going to show you today how to set up for a beautiful cake smash, mainly concerning the balloon garland. I'm going to show you how to make these look beautiful for your shoot. A little bit about myself. I am in business for 7 years. I live 1 hour north of Sydney in Australia. I'm originally from Germany, so you will be seeing me doing videos both in German and in English, just so I can help out both sides of the world. What brought me into cake smash photography is obviously cute little newborns. I specialize in newborn photography and maternity photography, as well as cake smash photography and some things in between. But that's the main things I do and love. And what I love about cake smashes is how creative you can get. You can create anything, obviously in communication with your client and what your client wants. But a big deal the last few years have been balloon garlands, and you can obviously have them made professionally by a party service, or if you just want to do it for a shoot, for a quick shoot, you can easily do it yourself, and I'm going to show you how. So what you need, depending on your color scheme and your theme, is a bag of balloons. You can nowadays just get them in a set already, as in just type in to Google or Amazon, eBay, all your usual spots. You can type in the balloon colors you want, balloon garland, balloon kit, and you will receive one of these packets. You can of course order at a professional balloon service as well. For a wedding or a big event, I would probably either hire someone to do it or get maybe a better quality balloons. But for a cake smash that you will just use once, usually it is more than enough to just use the eBay ones, the eBay kits. What you will need is balloons in different sizes. That is very important. Unless sometimes I do a rainbow garland, and with those I will usually use the same balloon size, whereas if you want a balloon garland like behind me, you will need different sizes, meaning one or two or three, depending on how big your set is. I am now preparing for a set in 1.5 by 2 meters, just for a cake smash, a small set, or which is 7 by 5 feet. So you will need one or two of the big, I think they're 18-inch balloons. And then I don't know how many, I mean they just all come in a pack anyway, and I always have some left over, but probably about maybe 15 to 20 of the 10-inch sizes. And then you need the tiny little ones to fill in the holes. These are 5-inch. What you will also need is a balloon pump or a balloon machine, a balloon pump machine, which I usually use. Now the next step is, if you want a matte look to your balloons, you will be needing to double stuff your balloons. You can do that by taking a little straw or something and just sliding one of these balloons into the other one, which I can't do right now because I didn't bring the stick thing, but you can get the idea. So they go in there, and then you would blow up the inside balloon, okay, and then you can just tie it up, and that gives it that matte look. If you only use one balloon, they will be a bit more see-through and lose some color, which I don't mind most of the times. I don't think you can really see it, but I only used one here, one each, because I just don't want to produce that much waste if it's not needed. For a bigger event, for a professional, for a wedding, I would probably double stuff them just to make it look prettier. And of course, if you're after that color effect, then you will need to double stuff them. You will then definitely need a blow-up machine, an electric balloon pump, which also you can get at Amazon, or a Spotlight or your craft store, and probably a super strength one. This one I don't think could even do it, although I have 2 nozzles here. Yeah, I've never actually tried it. I think I did, but it didn't work. Yes, and with the balloon pump, you need a big nozzle as well as a small one for the small balloons, but they're usually included. What else will you need? If you use a balloon kit, it usually comes with this plastic strip that has little holes in it, and that's where you feed through your balloons, the ends of the tied balloon, to create something like this. I usually cut it to size depending on how big I need it, but that's obviously up to you. You could just leave the ends hanging on the side or use it to tie it up to your backdrop. But yeah, I usually cut it to size just because. You could also use fishing line. Fishing line is great because you can't see it. I don't know if you can even see it right now. And in this case, I would use a sewing needle, feed it through here, and then once the balloon is tied up, you just stick it through that end and slide the balloons through. I would most likely then tie the balloons up in 4 ways. I'll show it to you right now actually, to just make it easier. It doesn't have to be like that, but you can make it like that. Showing you just this right now. This is gonna be noisy, sorry. Do one balloon, get it to size. Other balloon, and then you can tie these up together as so. Now you have 2, and I could use this one and another white one just because. And now you tie these ones up. Also, balloons are generally not as fragile as we think they are, so you can pull quite a bit on them. There you go. What you do next, you've got these 4 balloons now. You can twist them together however often you want. And that would be either, you can use that even too as a standalone little prop like that. You know, that's pretty. You could feed a long balloon through it. And also, obviously, now you could feed this through here, which is easy because it is obviously not a sewing thing. And then you could, I mean, you don't even have to pierce it through, but if you wanted it to be more secure, you could. And then I would just feed it through like this and attach more of them as I go. So it's easy either way. As I said, if you order a balloon kit like that from the internet anyway, it will come with the garland usually. But yeah, I've got a fishing line here either way. And by now I have so many balloons left over from kits that haven't been used fully, as well as buying extra additional balloons for other sets, or maybe I just wanted a yellow set, so we just have a bag of yellow balloons. So now I can mix and match them as I go. I have a huge collection, and so sometimes I just use it on fishing line then. If I may just maybe use a blue and white set for a cake smash for a little boy, or a gold and pink one for a little girl. So yes, you can do it either way. These pumps are great too. I can show you that. You just stick them in there, hold it tight, and then just pump it, but obviously it takes a lot longer. However, it's a good workout. Yeah, that's the main preparations. Oh, what else you will get and what is vital. That's usually, it comes in the kit, but I also order them in bulk on the side. These are balloon glue dots. You will use them to stick on the little ones into those holes where we need them. And also you can rearrange some balloons and stick them together, so it just creates a better effect. And I will show you how that works shortly. The little balloons as you could see. What I usually do even with the big ones, I blow them up in slightly different sizes if I don't mind that the color changes a little bit. But the little ones are usually about this size, maybe a little bit smaller even. It depends on what you want to do. And what we use them for is we stick them in between those little holes that you can see. See, like there's a gap here, there's a few gaps there, and that just fills it up nicely. And for that we will use the magical glue balloon glue. No, balloon glue dots, that's what they are. Just like this. I will show you again in a second, but that's what you do. That is basically it. Let me just rip some of that off. So, I mean, some people just put one dot on, but I just can't manage to do that. So it's usually about 2 or 3. I stick that onto here, and then I just peel off that tape, and that's it. And I will stick the balloon there. Then I might stick another dot on the other side in order to attach it to this balloon, and as so. And then I keep going with that until I like what I see. There we go. This one I will probably put some in here, so now I'll do the purple one. You could also use a glue gun. Yeah, just like your craft glue gun. However, obviously not too hot. Just your normal craft one will probably be hot enough. Some people use that. And apparently the balloons don't pop. However, I've never tried it. I'll just use the dots. And one here. I'll obviously make sure that you can't see these bits, so that's how I then hang them in and place them that way, usually with a little bit of a try out. There we go. Now we can attach these two as like this. I might put another one here, maybe a white one. Okay. I have attached a fairy light string through the balloon so it looks nicer, so I'll just make sure later when I pop them that I don't get that, that I don't mess that up. Where could I put one here? Maybe that color, yes. Alright, but you see what I mean? Easy peasy. The whole balloon garland probably takes me about not even an hour, with the automatic electric balloon pump, of course. If I had to two-hand blow them up, then it would probably be taking longer. So usually an hour. Most of the times I prepare them the night before the shoot, if I have the time, because they will actually last a long time. They will probably be good for at least a week, if not even 2. So sometimes, if possible, I will reuse it. It doesn't happen very often, but just randomly, a few weeks ago, I did have 2 cake smashes, like 3 days apart, both with a pastel rainbow theme. So obviously I reused the balloon garland. The only thing that might pop or get smaller overnight are these little ones. But even then, I would just, if this one, let's just say this one shrunk, I would just cut it off and pop another one over it, and you wouldn't even see it. But yeah, sometimes I do it in the morning, an hour before the shoot. My cake smashes are usually scheduled for around 10:30 to 11 a.m. just because most babies at that age have a nap in the morning still, and then I like to get them in straight after. So I'd also tell the clients to give them a little feed, but not to give them a full feed, just because we want them to be hungry, of course. But yeah, that's usually how I do it, at about 10:30 to 11 a.m. And sometimes, as I said, I would blow up the garland in the morning. Most of the times I try it for the day before though, just so I'm all set. Yes, what I often do as well is I gift the garland to the parents after the shoot. They usually obviously have a birthday party coming up, and it comes in handy for them. They're very happy about that, and it gets reused, which makes me happy. So yes, I think that's all I can tell you about this garland. Next week I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful space set, which you can use for a #1 cake smash, but also for a 2-year-old, and you can call it To the Moon and Back. And I'm going to create that next week. So make sure you like this video, you subscribe, and yeah, follow me for more information. I'm both on Instagram and Facebook as well. And if you have any questions, just pop them below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thank you so much and goodbye!